How many of you think of peace? How many of you want peace? What do you think peace is? What do you think love is? What's your understanding of the concept? I don't really know. But a better society is one in which there is peace. Just no matter what, there is peace. And why I say this is because there's too much hate and division, too much this versus that, and anger and rage. There's just so much evil going on. Like, we need to come together. We need to understand more. We need to tolerate more. We need to, especially understanding. I feel a lot of people have become too selfish nowadays. Nobody wants to tolerate, no one wants to understand. Nobody's ready to just settle. And I understand, I get it. Everybody's been brain has been like wired to wanting the best and that kind of thing. But I feel we should all come back to humanity. What it means to be human. What it means to have a heart. What it means to cry. What it means to have feelings. To be compassionate and to have this fear that this fellow human is just like my brother or like my sister. People don't think these things nowadays. Everybody's just out for themselves and being savage and being cruel, mean, evil for just commonplace, like just to feel hype. And I just don't know what to actually explain it. Is it to fit in the society? Is it to just feel cool, or is it to feel hype, or is it to feel like you belong, or is it to feel like you are popular? Like, is it to feel like what's the advantage of being a very mean person, like a very just an evil person? Like, I don't understand. In fact, you could be neutral if you want, but just being straight up mean and vile is, I just don't understand what's the advantage there. You're hurting both yourself and the people around. Like, everyone's tired and frustrated, and there's just so much evil, and you're just dishing it out. And if you think you're not hurting yourself, your spirit is crying that I want peace. At the end of the day, we are all looking for peace. We all want to be successful. We all want to be happy. We just want peace. But it's not happening. Why? Because, well, life is just life, and how these days everything is just brutal. But actually, let's look at the big factor of this peace. I think the big players, the big role players of life in general are human beings. They're the ones that make a difference. They make or break life. Imagine having that much power. Think about it. As humans, you have this dominion, this power, this greatness. And you're not even the biggest creatures. Neither are you the smallest. I almost said smartest. Well, we are the smartest speech. We are the smartest species. We are intellectual and what's that word? Oh my god. Wait, what's that word? Sentient. Yes, we are sentient. But there are other creatures as smart. as us, like whales, elephants, um, crows, magpies, ravens. These are smart creatures. But we, since ours is sentient level intelligence, it gives us this kind of dominion. Like, I don't know how to call it, but we have just this much power over life and the nature. And I don't know why we are not just using it for good. Like, can't we just come together? Like, if you think about it, it all starts in a home. It all starts in a home. The man and the woman, the guy and the girl, the lady and the gent. It all starts there. No, if a guy just be disciplined, respectful, and a girl be um and a girl be patient enough, virtuous enough, self-respecting enough, I feel these are chemical combinations for a better society, because nobody would be playing these mind games and all these games, these power games. Like, nobody will be playing with each other's feelings and that kind of stuff. You have a guy who's young, but it feels like, let's say, a guy who's young, a young adult, he mostly will be like, most of them nowadays be like, they want to have fun and just flex. Like, they want to have fun. They don't think about family. They don't think of any of those things. They don't think of they just don't think of those things. They just want to have fun and live their life. And when they are somehow middle aged or old, that's when they want to like now settle or something like that. I don't know. It's the same for, like, it used to be women who did this before. Like, they, at those young ages, they'd want to have fun and play. Like, they didn't want to ever settle. But now guys are doing this. I just don't understand. Well, life is heading to stages that we can't fathom and understand. Things are different nowadays. Like, nobody's ready to commit. Nobody's ready to commit. Love has become a game, a power game. You even have manipulation strategies. Like, why? I don't understand. What's the gain in it? Why can't you be a disciplined man? Go through the struggles of life. Carve your name in for yourself. Find a woman who respects love and just makes you feel alive, and have your family. And as a woman, just don't understand, like, why can't you just be virtuous enough and respect yourself and not tolerate or entertain like flats or empty flaunting and flatteries from guys, and know what you want and get what you want and have that man that makes you feel loved and feel respected and feel like you matter and have your kids. All this is possible, and no one is just ready for it. Like, everybody just wants to have fun. I understand this is just, they say that you only live once and you just have this life to live, and so you live it to the fullest. But why can't you do both? Why can't you live your life quietly with self-respect, dignity, humility, and a level of maturedness? You have fun, and at the same time you have your qualities, and you respect yourself and keep yourself in the zeal and manner that you have groomed yourself to be. You don't have to play with people's feelings or not decide, like, you don't know what you want. So people will suffer because you just don't know what you want. You play with people's feelings, and when you're done or bored, you just feel like you want out and you break somebody's, like, it's creating a cycle of just brokenness, disdain. Like, nobody wants to be connected anymore, and everybody just wants to pull away, and it will fashion zero commitments. It will fashion, like, it's nobody would be committed, and like, it's just sad. It's sad. Well, it has to do with understanding. It immensely has to do with understanding. See, the foundations of love are sacrifice, loyalty, and trust. Then understanding, and tolerance. These are like the three horsemen of love. Like, it's the roots of love, the components of love. Without those, you just can't have it. Sacrifice is everything we all practice. That one is easy to give. It's easy to give. But see what is not easy to give? Trust and loyalty. Those are not easy to give. Understanding is an even harder one. Like, with how people are nowadays, nobody's ready to tolerate and understand each other. If they don't match, they just throw everything away. If they find the slightest bit of discomfort or something that just doesn't satisfy them enough, they just say no, no, it's not for, this stuff is not for them. But you see, love takes a lot of things. Love takes those aspects to actually mature. It's not perfect. That's one of the greatest misconceptions of love, that it's perfect. It's not really perfect. Love is not perfect. Honestly, it's rise and fall. Like, there are hard times and there are the good times. Nothing is going to be peaceful forever. There's always going to be hard times and good times. But you see, what now makes peace is when, despite this great hardship, love prevails, understanding, tolerance is there, trust is there. Despite the 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 struggle, all these key components are still there. No matter what, there will always be peace. Even if there's a fight at that date, in the end it will become peace. Like it will end up being peaceful. There will be peace at the end. But if you take away these components and you take away all these chemical properties, then it's going to break. It's not going to work. It's going to just make the world less emotional and more gray. Women need men need women. No one can do without the other. We should love and respect each other. And individually, the men needs to be disciplined. They need not to be too carnal. More funny enough, guys, especially young guys, needs to be spiritual. Like they need to feel their spirit. It will help them with their burden, this kind of internal burden. And as for women, ladies, young girls, they just need virtuousness and self dignity to respect themselves enough. They don't need to base their worth or love, or they don't need to base it off things. If they can value themselves, they'll be strong and unshakable. Women just need to value, they need to just learn to value themselves despite what the world says. Gold cannot buy you, diamonds cannot buy you. You're enough for yourself. Only follow your heart when it speaks. The woman in you, the spirit in you, follow it. Because the world will lie to you and tell you a woman's worth is based on this and that. And that's how you have men buying women off with material things. And they don't even behave well because they know that they can have any woman they want. And because of this, it really leads to a kind of callous and broken society. If women can just respect themselves more, have more dignity on themselves, and not adopt the cheap thinking mindset of that what having a what of basing your worth in material things, it could help the society more. And followed by men being disciplined, men knowing what they want. Although men do know what they want, it's the discipline factor. Men just need to be disciplined. If a man is disciplined, he'll be more respectful, he'll be more mature, he'll be more loving and understanding. Because now, discipline makes you, as a man, be empathic. It makes you as a man be empathic. Humility and discipline, all a man needs. Virtuousness and self-dignity is all a woman needs. And with these two components or compounds, it would foster a better society. And in general, women should not, both the women, men, and everyone in general should have those key components of love so society flourish, which is sacrifice, loyalty and trust, tolerance and understanding. This would make a better society. Another long video. I didn't want to talk this long, but well, I did. Hopefully, you enjoyed this, and if you did watch to the end, I want to say thank you for being with me and being in this journey that I am in. Honestly, it would be impossible without you, and no matter who you are 1% in 100. Without you, there would be a difference. You matter more than you think. You do matter individually. Just realize it in you and rise. Thank you and bye.